Los Angeles. This is bigger than where we come from. This is about where we go from here. For every OG, every big homie, every little homie, every mother, every father, every person searching for purpose. Welcome.
Under the groove.
Under the groove.
Under the groove.
Yeah. West Coast sun shining while the city come alive. Palm trees in the breeze, another day to survive. I seen pain in the streets, I seen dreams in the struggle. Seen people lose hope, then rebuild from the rubble. Every set got a story, every block got a past. Every scar got a lesson if you willing to ask. Little homie on the corner, looking for direction, searching for respect, searching for acceptance. Big homie put them
Closer, listen, young man.
your life worth more.
More than a weapon in your hand.
Real power ain't fear, real power is control. It's the knowledge in your mind and the strength in your soul.
Put down the guns, pick up the wisdom. Put down the hate, find your vision.
A mind awakening is a force that can't break. Consciousness is the path that we gotta create.
Under the groove, where knowledge becomes wisdom, where struggle becomes strength, where family builds together, and we break those chains. What's under your groove?
Is it love?
Is it purpose?
Is it purpose?
Is it unity?
Is it community?
Wake up, black people. It's time we elevate the future in our hands. We can't afford to wait. Under the groove.
I remember family dinners, everybody at the table. Elders telling stories, teaching lessons when they able. Grandma's voice carry history through the room, showing us the roots before we ever saw the bloom. Now we living in a time where the connection got lost, where we count what we gain but forget what it costs. Everybody got a phone but nobody wanna call. Everybody got a platform but nobody wanna build walls. Not walls that divide us, walls that protect. A foundation of knowledge, a future with respect. We gotta teach the children who they are and where they came from. Show them they're your kings and queens before the world names them. Community is power when the people unite. A family standing together can turn darkness to light.
Under the groove, when knowledge becomes wisdom, struggle becomes strength, where family builds together, and we break those chains. What's under your groove?
Is it love?
Is it purpose?
Is it purpose?
Is it unity?
Is it community?
Wake up, black people. It's time we elevate the future in our hands. We can't afford to wait. Under the groove.
This ain't about where you started, it's about where you headed. The lessons from the past are the words that protect us. Every OG got a story, every big homie got a duty. Don't just tell the youth what's wrong, show them what's possible truly. Teach ownership, teach discipline, teach knowledge yourself. Teach them building the future, it's the ultimate wealth. No more watching our brothers fall victim to the streets. It's time we put the healing back into our communities. From Los Angeles streets to every city across the nation. We need consciousness, unity, and family restoration. So when they ask,
what's under your groove?
tell them consciousness,
Knowledge,
wisdom,
unity,
community,
family.
love.
Because when we change our minds,
We change our future.
and that's under the groove.
This message is for all of the OGs and big homies.
It's up to us to teach the youth,
It's up to us,
to pass down the knowledge,
it's up to us.
to show them there's another way,
Not destruction,
but creation,
not division,
but unity,
not anger.
but wisdom. The future is watching what we do today,
So reach back, guide the next generation.
and leave something greater behind. Under the groove.
Under the groove.
All right. Well, this is, and you are under the groove. That's the new Get Down, man. One of the loved ones sent me today, man, and I'm telling you, I was moved by it. I have to admit that, man. It's not every day that individuals, man, who are part of this Get Down, man, contribute to it, and he's one of them brothers who has contributed to this Get Down Under the Groove podcast. I want to thank him. I can't say enough to show my appreciation and how grateful I am for him. He know who he is. Lamont, man, all love and respect, bro. You are my brother. Thank you for that. May those who just heard this Get Down, man, this intro, understand, man, that this is for the people, man. Why we do what we do here on Under the Groove podcast, it ain't about Hoover, man. It's about the people. You know what I mean? We're all inclusive here, you know. We're a melanated people, man. We have to find our way back to one another, man, so that we can do the things that really matter, that really elevates us, brings us together in love, in respect, accountability, responsibility, all those things. We want to eliminate division. That's the purpose, man. So, you know, our Get Down here, man, our purpose here is to bring about unity. We're removing all stops, man, all buffers, all barriers, man. We talking about unity, period, point blank. You know, no division. You know, we hear brothers saying, hey, man, you know what? Shit, you know, let's just stop the shit, cease fire, you know, then we ain't gotta fuck with each other. Da, 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 da. Nah, man. No. Let's come back into the fold, man. Let's start uniting, man, and dealing with one another. Again, this is how we get to where we're supposed to be. You know, to say anything less than that, man, is still, you're supporting the division. You're supporting the reasons why we are so separated. So Under the Groove, man, is different in that respect, man. We're about unity, period, point blank, you know. This goes out to my homies, the Hoovers, to everybody, the neighborhoods, the East Coast, the Bloods, man, from the Denver lanes all the way down to the 20s, man. Inglewood, Gardena, man, out to Dena, Pasadena. It doesn't matter, man. You know what I mean? Our thing, man, is about unity. We're not on nothing else. We ain't on nothing else, man. But us coming together, man. Us getting over whatever issues and beefs we think we have, you know. And may be true, some of us have beefs, but listen, man, what is that shit about? You know, anyone who want to hold on to these issues, this anger and this hatred, man, you're not in a boat by yourself. You're not on an island. Everybody has suffered a loss as a consequence to this shit we call gang activity, man. You know, so our thing here, man, this is what we promote here. Blackness, period, point blank, man. B1 equals black first, man. Nothing else matters, man. Nothing else matters, man. And we're not saying, hey, man, disregard where you come from, your community, your tribe, your set, your hood. We're not advocating that. We're saying, hey, man, uphold that, man. Represent it. But how are you going to represent it? This is what we're trying to get each and every one of you to understand, man. There's representation, and then there's representation. You know what I mean? How do we carry this mantle? How do we represent the communities we come from in such a way to where, man, there's nothing but we love, respect, and unity, no matter if it's in that area and or the surrounding areas. It's about unity, man. You know, and this is how we want to represent it, man. You uplift your community, man, but in the right way. Be positive, man. Help build it up, man. Let these young brothers and sisters know, man, that the path that they're on, it only leads to one of two things, man. These are reservations that a lot of them, when they get there, if they're aware, they're not feeling that, you know. We see it all the time, man. These young brothers, man, in these actions, making these moves, doing the things they do. And when they get caught up, it's like, fuck, damn, mama, pop, homies, help me, you know. Let's get to the point where we avoid that. We help them to avoid that Get Down, man. You know, we don't want them making reservations in penitentiaries or cemeteries. We want them to make them reservations right here with the rest of us on these streets, man, doing something that's positive, that brings in the collective, their communities first. Yeah, represent your community, man, but represent it in such a way where you take pride in it, where there's dignity, man, abound. You know what I mean? On the corners, man, that you hang at, you own that shit. It's just not something you're saying, man. It's something not empty, words you're speaking. You own it. And you own it because you represent it in such a way to where, hey, man, we're bringing in positivity. We're bringing productivity, prosperity. We're uplifting our brothers and sisters. We're employing them. We're doing things that are going to make their lives better. This is what Under the Groove is about, man. It's always been that since day one. Since day one, I just want everybody to know, man, when I came into this thing, man, I knew what the expectation was. I wasn't concerned with that, though. I'm a brother, man, like most of you come from the dirt. I know where I messed up at, man? And I am wholly responsible for my actions. I don't blame that on nobody but me. You know what I mean? However, I recognize that I have a responsibility and obligation to do better, not just for my community, but for the people, for the people. See, because what I did, it affected not just my community, it affected the people. For each and every one of you who are like me, who I am like, this is what we owe. We owe this shit, man. We owe it. We owe it because we got individuals coming up behind us, man, and they got it all wrong. And they'll continue to have it that way as long as we continue to turn a blind eye and be like, hey, man, I got my own issues, If we're not willing to make them sacrifices, man, in order to attain victory, we're not going to win nothing. So again, Under the Groove is about that. It's about unity. It's about making them sacrifices. I sacrifice every time I come on here and speak about unity. I sacrifice my relationship with those individuals who come from where I come from. I'm aware that some of them don't like what I'm doing. That's fine. I'm not worried about that, though. I know fear in what I'm doing, because my purpose, man, is to bring brothers together, starting from the community I'm from, man, where there needs to be unity. And in every community, there is a lack of unity. Let's be 100, man. We got individuals in our community, man, offing each other, man, doing shit sideways, shit, backdoor shit. All come on, man. That shit is it's not helpful in no respect. It's sending the wrong message, actually. There used to be a time, man, in the communities, no matter which one you were from, if you had an issue, knuckle up. Let's knuckle up. Whether you had hands or not. You were expected to knuckle up, do this man shit first, step off the curve. Let's deal with this situation. And after the fact, guess what? There was a blunt passed around, some drink, man. Brothers, embrace one another. And it was understood from that point on, all that was after, came before this get out, it was dead. We have to dead these issues, man, that doesn't bring any prosperity, any productivity, any excellence, any growth to us, man. This is just what it is, So like I said, man, as far as I'm concerned, I'm doing my due diligence. And I'm aware, like I said, a lot of homies probably don't like what I'm doing. See me, they'll smile, what's up, bud? Yeah, right. But I mean this shit. I'm a Hoover to the core. But I'm that type of Hoover that understands that, man, what I did initially was some foul shit. It didn't serve my community no more than it served the people surrounding it or outside of it. You know what I mean? And that's, again, this goes for each and every one of us who understand exactly what I'm saying. Under the Groove podcast is really no different than other podcasts that exist, except that we don't push negativity. These brothers are in that same space. We're in the same space. It's just about them deciding whether or not they're going to push positivity or negativity. They're going to bring the people together or they're going to keep them separate. That's the issue. So we've made our stance. We're standing on the square, man. And we're doing it unapologetically. And that goes for anyone. Anyone. I don't care where you're from. You come from where I'm from, you got an issue. Okay, man, holler at me, man. And I can explain. I'm willing to explain to you the reasons why I'm doing what I'm doing. There's so many of us who have taken losses in terms of our family members, in terms of our loved ones, our homies, people in our community. You know, we've taken these losses, and at the same token, or by the same token, we've done damage. We've impacted people. And man, we're in this time, man, where a shift is actually occurring, to where this shift, you know, this shift in balance of power is in our favor. If we don't address this, man, if we don't get on top of this, man, listen, we're lining our people up who are behind us to go through another 50, 60 years of the shit we done been through. I'm just saying, dog. I'm just saying, you know. So again, shout out to my loved one, Lamont, man, for dropping this, man. I appreciate you. I did ask him, I said, hey, man, I love this thing, man, that you did for us and shit. You know, is there a way that you can involve other communities in that get down right there, so that they know this, they're not being excluded from the message? You know what I mean? Be they Crip, Blood, non-affiliated, you know, they need to be included in this message. They need to understand that, man, Under the Groove is not a gang term. See, before even Hoover got a hold of it, or the Hoover Groovers, the word groove meant something back in the 40s and the 50s. You know, when the Renaissance was occurring, we, you know, when bebop, all this shit, jazz and all that meant something. To this day, it still does. You know, it's not no gang shit. You know, our groove is our energy, man. It's our essence. You know, and that's why I push it. You know what I mean? I push it for that reason, because each and every one of us have a certain groove in us, a certain energy and frequency that actually means something. So what's under your groove, man? You know, real, you know, pure and simple. Is it community? Is it blackness, B1? You know, is it Black American, FBA? You know, is it unity? You know, is it empowerment? What is it? Whatever it is, man, bring it to the table, y'all. Bring it to the table so that we can start dealing with those issues that will make us greater. You know, we come from a class that it's there is no other class that parallels or even on the same wavelength as us. We have to get to that point to where we understand, man, what our purpose is. And I'm telling y'all, man, I'm probably preaching to the choir in terms of most of you. It ain't what we see occurring and happening every day on these streets, man, and in our lives. We're falling short of the mark. You know, let's get it together. You know what I mean? So that song right there, I want to dedicate it to each and every one of you. I don't care where you from, man. Get out your feelings, get out your thoughts, man. Just listen to the words, you know, because each and every one of you have a certain frequency and vibe, you know, and that goes for your community. You know, I don't think that there's one community out there, man, that loves the position or predicament that it is in. And if that's the case, hey, man, we're in dire straits. You know, our responsibility or our obligation, man, to one another is to make sure, man, that we're okay, that we look after and take care of each other. That's our purpose. And in doing so, man, after we do that, after we take care of ourselves and each other, we look out for everybody else, because that is the design. That's the design, you know. This is why we're here. Get aboard that, man. So, hey, man, this is Under the Groove Podcast, peace and prosperity, each and every one of you. I mean that wholeheartedly, respectfully. It's great to be here. Here I am, and there you are. Let's get into what we do, you know. Let's get into what we do. I wasn't here yesterday, man. You know, yeah, just life, man. Life happens. It happens, you know what I mean? And as that process proceeds, you know what I mean? We have to find our place in it, man. We have to find that niche. We have to find that niche so that life don't leave us behind, that we're in this flow or this groove of life, man. There's some real serious shit. That being said, man, like I said, man, peace and blessings to everybody, man. Good to be here. It's great to have you here as well. This is Under the Groove Podcast, you know, and everyone as well, just so you know. All right, Snap, I see you, loved one. Hawa. Love how you do that, bro. Love how you brought that to the table. Peace, prosperity, you and the fam, man. B60, man, where you been, bro? Good to see you again. It's been a day or so, right? With probably more on me than it is you, but it's good to see you up in this Get Down. Greetings, salutations to you, bub, and the RGC B1 Black First. The RGC is the Royal Group Congregation. This thing, man, this congregation consists of brothers and sisters, man, from anywhere and everywhere. Black Americans, African Americans, FBA, man. In fact, just if you're black, man, come on in. You know, come on in, come in with respect, man, with love and dignity, man, in terms of how you represent whatever it is you're pushing, you know, whatever it is you got to say, just be respectful. All right. Pope, what it do? Yeah, man. I saw the Get Down, I saw the call, man, you know, in what I'm in, man. Everything is everything. No, me and the family, we are well. Trust that. We are well, you know. From time to time, man, I might take a day off because, you know, I'm trying to tap in, you know. I'm trying to tap in, not necessarily tap in to find myself, but tap in to find that link between myself and the people, you know, or you know, make available to the people linked to me, whatever the case may be, you know what I mean? So I'm saying that, say, man, I'm good, bro. I'm good, man. I'm in this fight, man. You know, I've lived this long to be in this fight. You know, I'm in this space and in this time right now because it was meant to be. You know what I mean? So that being said, I'm great, bro. I like to say that may you and yours be in that same state of affair, man, where everything is everything. Always love and respect, Pope. Yeah, and you and Bo Pete, come on, man. All you gotta say is win. All you gotta say is win. And we go on in, man. We do the damn thing, all right? That's what I'm saying. It'd be a good thing to bring Fat Rat too, huh? Damn. Imagine that. Woo-wee. But we know that brother's busy. The brother got his hands full, man. He's making it happen, doing what he's supposed to do where he is, you know. So we're gonna knock him for that. But that would be a good look. It'd be a great look, you and Bo Pete, no doubt. Fat Rat even in that shit. Beautiful. All right, what it do, bub? Back in town on the most important live UTG. What it do? RGC. Miss y'all. May God bless y'all and your families. Black first. Appreciate that, Pope. Appreciate that. Queen Nzinga says, fire. What's under your groove, RGC? Let's walk into this new week with purpose and determination. B1 equals black first. Absolutely. Lisa Moore say he. I don't know what you're saying, Lisa. You'll get there, though. I'm pretty sure. Pope said, man, Queen Nzinga, what up? Lisa Moore say, hey, family, grand rising, brother Bub. Blessings, peace, and love to everyone in the RGC. B1 equals black first, for those of you who don't know. Folks say, Bub, I'm at work, but still, I got you in my ear, man. I got you in my ear, brother. Focus on the focus. And that's all we're here to do, man. Just focus on the focus, all right? Antonio, what's happening, loved one? I see you. Love and salute right back to you. Good to see you amongst us. Is Fat Rat in the house? No, Fat Rat ain't in the house yet, unless I missed him. I'm not, he ain't in yet, but I'm pretty sure he gonna show up. That's what he do. But anyway, you see, and there goes out to Fat Rat. What it do, love one? Tantrum. What it do, homie? It's up to you, man. Everything. All right. Did y'all get aboard that intro? Like I said, that's the new Get Down, man, and I want to push this to the people. Like I said, the loved one, man, went out his way. He did that, man. He said, man, the Get Down deserves this. And I agree, man, that was some fire, if you ask me, you know. I was seen as though I'm always partial to whatever comes to Under the Groove podcast that seems to uplift it and make it better. And there's, you know, nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? I love the fact that he did it. And again, there's always a message in anything we put in terms of the intro and outro. It goes along with this Get Down, man, this platform, you know, what we talk about and how we carry ourselves. It's all about love, dignity, and respect. B1 black first. That's always what it is here on Under the Groove podcast. So I appreciate you, Tantrum. Everything is everything, man. What's up with you, though, bro? How you do? Folks say, man, what's under your groove? You know, we need to respect each other's position, and that alone will bring peace. And then we can value loving each other. Yeah, respect got to be in that equation. You know what I mean? But I think more so than anything else is love. And when love is first in the equation, love being love for self first, then that's something that transitions, you know, that spills over to brothers and sisters who are, of the same melanated persuasion, that love begins to be all encompassing, for the melanated people. Love is first. Respect also is a part of that get down. Once we get there, man, I'm telling you, man, the world is our oyster. It's our oyster, man. The world, man, is ours. The world is ours. Appreciate you, Poke, as always, man. All right, Michael Sells, what it do? Say peace and blessings, my brother Big Bub, man. Right back to you, bro. And again, I'm asking, did y'all get a bar of the dang intro? I'm excited about it because, like I say, for me, I'm a visual guy, but I'm also a guy that's tuned in to words. I pay attention to words quite a bit. Just listening to the lyrics, it was enough to set me off. And then I thought, damn, I got to hurry up and get this video attached, not just to this one, What's Under Your Groove is the name of the get down, but also Wake Up Black People. And I'm telling you, I think it would be more impactful once I get that set up just right. I got to hurry up and wait sometime on people, you know what I mean? And that's just what it is. I ain't got no issues about it, but I'm wondering if y'all got to borrow that and whether or not that's something you can relate to. If you listen to the lyrics, it's all in there for each and every one of us, man. So, hey, Michael, appreciate you being present today. Love one, all love and respect, bro. All love and respect. And I got to say, man, I noticed when you first came in this get down, and I wondered to myself, is it going to stay? And I didn't want to, focus on that too much. You stay, you leave, you leave, you know what I mean? But anytime anyone comes in who's new, my first thought is that how do we keep you guys, interest? How do we keep your interest? How do we keep you involved in this get down? And then I had to tell myself, hey, man, everything is not for everybody. If it's for individuals like yourself, and I'm speaking to you specifically, then, hey, you're going to, you'll latch on and you say, hey, I'm a part of this get down. That would go for anybody, So the fact of the matter that you're still here, man, hey, it's appreciated. It's appreciated, MS. Real spit, man. Real spit. So, hey, man, all love and respect. Folks say, man, as soon as me and Bo Peep free, we at you. And what's crazy, I asked Fat Rat to call in on our sit down. That'd be lovely. And like I say, I understand the Fat Rat, he doing his thing, man, where he at, you know what I mean? And whether you know it or not, I pay attention to everything you say. And it gives me a visual. Again, I'm type of dude, I'm locked into words, and when he says what he says, I imagine that's what he is, that's what he's doing. That's what he's about. And so I already know off the rip, man, that his brother about his business. He's taking care of himself and his community, his family and his community, wherever he is. So, if time permits, he would know better than us. But man, imagine having him come in and hang out with us, man. Call in would be fine too. That'd work. That'd work. His wisdom, his experience, his ability to teach. Jewels, man. Gems that we all need. All right, Fat Rat, what it do, man? You say I'm picking up what you're putting down, bro. All hands on deck to increase our momentum. Real spit, man. Appreciate you, man, more than you know, Fat Rat. Appreciate you more than you know. And that goes for each and every one of you in here, whether you are our queens or our kings, our gods and goddesses. It's all love and respect to each and every one of you. Not anything less than that. Trust when I tell you that, Again, I'm a man of words. I love words. I don't have problems speaking truth to power, and sometimes I might get ahead of myself. And this is why I say, if that occurs, hey, man, be about it. And say, hey, bud, whoa, slow down there, Hoss. I'm all ears, man. Appreciate you, though, Fat Rat. Love, man. Chris said, man, I'm in to get down. Good to see you up in here, Chris, as always, bro. Always good to see you, have you present. Poke said, man, hit the intro again, bub. All right, let me get one or two more to say, hit that intro again. I will. Because Poke, hey, man, we ain't going to push a line. Somebody might not want to hear it again. One more, two more to hit that intro again, and we're going to play that. And I would love to ask y'all, if that comes up, y'all, two more of them, hit that intro again, pay attention. That thing is fire, man. And I was just telling the brother who made it, I have to find a stronger word, you know, because we wear out certain phrases and words when it comes to something that we feeling, you know, that's the shit, you know, solid fire, that shit cracking, is popping, is bracking, whatever. We got to find a new phrase, man. But yeah, that thing, man, it is fire. It's heat. I got you though, Pope. Let's see what it do. All right, Fat Rat here, sending this out to you, Pope, man. What's good? Peace to you and the fam. Michael Sell says, man, living life and loving it every day as we should. You know, what we, as a people, man, there's so much we're bombarded with every day, and I think it's done intentionally. Well, we all should be sure that it's done intentionally, and it's done, man, to knock us off balance, to keep us off kilter, you know, to keep us from focusing on what has really got us this far. You know, what's really got us this far? Not working for the man, paying our bills, and then, you know, it's the fact that it's our resilience. It's us knowing that we're in a fight. We have things and elements, people, powers that are working against us, that has kept us, you know, even though it doesn't seem like it some of the time, we are locked into what we know our purpose is. You know what I mean? So when it comes to just saying, hey, man, we're living life and loving it every day, people see that shit. They recognize that there's something different about us. It could be all bad. Hey, man, guess what? You would never know it if you wasn't black. You know, if you were black, you see like, these motherfuckers are always happy-go-lucky. Ain't they on the lower rung of the ladder? Why the fuck are they always just so full of energy? You know, we understand this shit. You know, and we, you know, for the most part, a whole bunch of us, you know, I think the vast majority of us, you know, it's not that we don't take life for granted. We recognize, man, the blessings or how fortunate we are to be who we are, to be in this skin, you know. So we take life, man, every day, man, like, hey, this is an experience, you know, and it shows. Living life and loving it every day in spite of all the shit that's coming down the pipes at us, man. Nobody else can say this shit. Nobody else could speak to this experience, man, and know what it's like to be black and still proud. Nobody. Real spit, man. Appreciate that, Mike. Appreciate that, man. Play it again. Here we go. Queen Nzinga, Chris said, play it again. Queen Nzinga said, we have to hear it again now that more people are on. I guess that's what she's saying. All right, let me go up in here, man. Let's talk for me and more of this get down, man, for you guys. Again, man, shout out to the loved one, Lamar Harris, man. Love you, bro. Love you, bro. Real spit. Here you go.
Yeah. Los Angeles. This is bigger than where we come from.
Bigger than us, y'all.
This is about where we go from here.
Hello.
For every OG, every big homie, every little homie, every mother, every father, every person searching for purpose. Welcome.
Under the groove.
Under the groove.
Under the groove.
Yeah. West Coast sun shining while the city come alive. Palm trees in the breeze, another day to survive. I seen pain in the streets, I seen dreams in the struggle. Seen people lose hope, then rebuild from the rubble. Every set got a story, every block got a past. Every scar got a lesson if you willing to ask. Little homie on the corner, looking for direction, searching for respect, searching for acceptance. Big homie put them
Closer, listen, young man. Your life worth more than the weapon in your hand.
Real power ain't fear, real power is control. It's the knowledge courage in your mind and the strength in your soul.
Put down the guns, pick up the wisdom. Put down the hate, find your vision.
A mind awakening is a force that can't break. Consciousness is the path that we gotta create.
Under the groove, where knowledge becomes wisdom, where struggle becomes strength, where family builds together, and we break those chains. What's under your groove?
Is it love?
Is it purpose?
Is it purpose?
Is it unity?
Is it community?
Wake up, black people. It's time we elevate the future in our hands. We can't afford to wait. Under the groove.
I remember family dinners, everybody at the table. Elders telling stories, teaching lessons when they able. Grandma's voice carry history through the room, showing us the roots before we ever saw the bloom. Now we living in a time where the connection got lost. Where we count what we gain, but forget what it costs. Everybody got a phone, but nobody wanna call. Everybody got a platform, but nobody wanna build walls. Not walls that divide us, walls that protect. A foundation of knowledge, a future with respect. We gotta teach the children who they are and where they came from. Show them they're your kings and queens before the world names them. Community is power when the people unite. A family standing together can turn darkness to light.
Under the groove, when knowledge becomes wisdom, where struggle becomes strength, where family builds together, and we break those chains. What's under your groove?
Is it love?
Is it purpose?
Is it purpose?
Is it unity?
Is it community?
Wake up, black people. It's time we elevate the future in our hands. We can't afford to wait. Under the groove.
This ain't about where you started, it's about where you headed. The lessons from the past are the words that protect us. Every OG got a story, every big homie got a duty. Don't just tell the youth what's wrong, show them what's possible truly. Teach ownership, teach discipline, teach knowledge of self, teach them building the future. It's the ultimate wealth, no more watching our brothers fall victim to the streets. It's time we put the healing back into our communities. From Los Angeles streets to every city across the nation. We need consciousness, unity, and family. Restoration. So when they ask,
What's under your groove?
tell them consciousness,
Knowledge,
wisdom,
unity,
community,
family.
love.
Because when we change our minds,
We change our future.
and that's under the groove.
This message is for all of the OGs and big homies.
It's up to us to teach the youth,
It's up to us.
to pass down the knowledge,
It's up to us.
to show them there's another way,
Not destruction,
but creation,
not division,
but unity,
not anger.
but wisdom. The future is watching what we do today
So reach back, guide the next generation.
and leave something greater behind. Under the groove.
Under the groove.
Fire. All right. Fire, man. Shout out again to my loved one, man. Lamont, man, appreciate you for that, bro. If you're listening, man, I love you, man, respect you, man. That is something. You know. Thank you for that, bro. All right, so there that go, man. That's the new Get Down, man. And again, I want to bring some visuals to that Get Down. What I think is it'll make it more powerful, even more powerful, you know what I mean? Because we all seem to, we learn differently. We find interest differently, you know, so adding to the lyrics, a visual would probably be more impactful, you know what I mean? For anybody who just having to run across that, you know what I mean? I just think it's powerful. Get out, man. And again, thank you everybody for me wanting to hear it again. You know, I knew it was a jewel, it was a gem. When he dropped it, you know, in my hand, I say, man, appreciate you. Love you for that, bro. So there I go. All right, Pope, man. He said, man, I value your opinion, big bro, but respect should come first because we put boundaries on what we love and how we love. But I want to agree with you because it ain't so much about me, but finding a way to stand with my brothers and sisters, you know. And I hear you, man. I differ in terms of my opinion, which should come first, respect or love. I think that love is something that is found. I think it's first. See, it's only when we understand love of self. When we love thyself, then we know as a result of that, respect and everything after that, everything after that is what makes all that worthwhile. Let's put it like that. You can, I don't know, you could be the type of individual who want respect before he even loves himself and love others around him. And that will be recognized from people on the outside looking in. And it ain't going to be the respect you think you got coming, just because we demand respect. But what's left out of the equation is a certain love and dignities for self, a certain way we, treat ourselves is missing from the equation. You're not going to get what you think you got coming just based on respect. A person who loves him or herself, loves what they do, is shown. We see it. Oh, those outside looking in see it. And based upon that, trust and know, man, respect is built. Respect is not built just because we say we demand it, we want it, or we think we deserve it. There are other factors that should apply, which would bring into, play the respect question. You know what I mean? Love of self, man, is the number one get out, I think, and that comes again. See, when you know yourself, when you know thyself, then you're talking about there's a certain love for self first and foremost between anything else. And only because there's love for self, respects follow. It follows, it follows, you love the man you are, you love the woman you are. And as a result of that, you tend to push that forward. It spills over. And then a certain respect for how you are, your character, your makeup, that is developed. I don't think respect should come before love, and love, and that's just my opinion. Love for self garners all these other attributes, or all these other things that we want to attach to ourselves, or we want people to reflect in us or see in us, or just that's my take on it, man. Love first, and that love comes from knowing who the hell you are, why you are, what your purpose is, and all that. From that, then there's respect, then there's integrity, appreciation, all that shit that matters to a man and woman, especially us. So that's just my take on it, man. I appreciate you as always, though, Pope. And because I don't, I have a different perspective, doesn't mean that we're at odds. No, I think respect is important, but I don't think it's more important than love of self first. Respect of self only comes from love of self first. That's what I think, and that's my opinion. I'll stick with it. Fat Rat said, I'm honored, man. Man, well, shit, you should be, man. Just the fact of how you carry yourself in this get out, man. I recognize that you have a certain love for yourself, and as a result, you present, as a result of that love for self, a certain respect in terms of how you carry yourself, bro, how you present yourself, and I see that, I see first love of self, knowledge of self, and as a result of that, yeah, man, that's respect. I get that, you know what I mean? So, and man, I'm honored, man, just, on the face of it, the fact that, man, you even fucking with us, you know what I mean? And that go for each and every one of you guys, man, and sisters, that says a lot about you, a lot about you, the individual, that man, that woman, that black man, that black woman, that king, that queen, that God, that goddess. It says a lot about each and every one of you. And for that reason, I have respect, because I recognize there's certain love you guys represent and you carry for yourselves more than anything else. And that should be first. So, hey, enough said, man. Folks say, Bub, man, you have people that believe in you. And I can say about Big Bro Fat Rat is that he genuinely wants to give us everything that he knows, which is more than what he wants to give us. And I'm on that same accord. I understand that. I understand that. And again, I don't think that he's here just to waste his time. You know, whenever we're here, you know, there he is, you know what I mean? And I don't think that's for naught. You know, I think that he knows he has a purpose as well. You know what I mean? And then, hey man, the fact that he's here, that's first and foremost, it's like, hey man, he loved himself enough to come in here and then show us love. Hey man, that you know, that's where this respect comes from. And that's not something that he's demanding. It's just how he presents it. Man, that's respect off the rip. Off the rip. He's here for a purpose, and that goes for each and every one of us. We have to recognize and acknowledge that we have a certain love for ourselves, so much so that we're in this space, in this place and time, man, for a reason. That's the love of self that you want to generate. You want to spill over. You want intimate, you know, you want, man, just permeating all through this platform, this podcast. That's, man, that's love. And I think as a result of that, that's then respect comes, because we're seeing individuals who are saying, man, this is how much I love me and my people. Respect that shit, man. You gotta respect that shit. Anybody in their right mind would. So there's a certain respect, a certain love and respect I have for Fat Rat, yourself, and others, man, just based on the fact that you guys are, man. You don't have to be here. You know? So many of us, we could be on No Jumper. We can be on, you know, all those, you know, we can be with the bullshit. But there's a certain love for self that prevents, you know, that says, hey, wait a minute, for this time, in this moment, I know where I'm going. You know, that's love of self, man, to go there, man, to say, okay, I'm, you know, I might watch that, but hey, not right now. That means something, man. That means something, you know? So, hey, man, it's all love, man, and respect. And that's what I say often. I know that I say this often because that's what I understand it to be, love and respect. You know what I mean? So there. Man, yeah, Fat Rat, man, he's one of them brothers, man. You know, you go without saying, you know, and I'm not trying to, you know, you ain't with the bullshit. Him, like yourself and others. We got, man, Crispy up in there, and Chris kind of more laid back about his get out and how he do shit. We got Rakufu, but Brother Al, we ain't seen him in a week or two, but brothers, man, Alonzo, brothers, man, have a love for self. This is what's gotten you this far, you know? So I appreciate you guys' presence, man. I appreciate the love that I see that you have for yourselves here in this Get Out, man, on this channel. So, all right, Alonzo, I see you, man. What you want, man? All right, peace right back to you. You said peace to the RGC, man. Ain't nothing but love, bro. Good to see you here. All right, Tantrum, what it do? You like that? You said fire, homie. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. And again, like I say, man, that brother, he you know, appreciate it, man. I swear, man, it moved me in such a way today. I was stuck for like an hour. And I'm going to say this. I'm going to share this because I don't have an issue. I don't have a problem with it. So when I first got it, and I didn't see it initially, I was doing some content. And when I got through, man, I checked my phone. Boom, it was there. I played it. After that first play, man, after that first run through, man, I was just sitting there stuck. In a good way. You know what I mean? The inspiration of the shit, man, it made my mind. I'm like, okay, what more can I do? How do I make this more pronounced? Not for me per se, but for the people. How do we get this shit out here, man? How do we, you know, present ourselves, man, to you know, that world, social media sphere, you know, that whole get out, man, and bring in our brothers and sisters? How do we fight, combat, you know, the algorithms so that we can hear, our brothers and sisters can hear what the hell we do every day, almost every day, you know? And that's where I was. I'm like, all right, man, what more can I do? You know, and I swear to you, I'm figuring it out. I wasn't trying. I'm figuring it out, All right, there's more. There's more I got to do, man. And I'm more than willing to do that, man, because I love myself and I love my people. So much so that and then come what may, come what may, I'm in this. So there that go, man. Appreciate you, Lonzo. You already know, man. And Tantrum, yeah, and thank you as always, man. Pope say, man, I get off at 7 p.m. So if I don't respond, I'm in the car listening. Love y'all, UTG and RGC intro, man. Appreciate you, love you, bro. Be safe, man. Be safe. And just by in passing, man, I wish we would have got an invite to that celebration, man, for Lolita, man. That's sis, man. We understand the whole now. We're not judging nothing, but we respect, we love and respect her, bro. So but wifey, she talks to her, they're cool. So yeah, that would have been nice, man, just to be in that company, be in her presence, But we love and respect her, like I said. All right, Lonzo say, man, peace, bub, to you and your family, bro. I hope all is well with you and yours. Yes, it is, man. And hey, I want to send that right back to you. May everything be well with you and yours, Alonzo. Real shit. And then you said, where, Lisa? All right. Dana Garrison is in the house. All right. Becoming more prominent. All right. Good to have you with us, Dana. Good to have you with us. And you say fire and salute right back. Appreciate that you love that get down right there. And like I say, man, I'm inspired to make it stronger, make it more impactful, if that's even possible. Well, I think it's possible. Anything's possible. So I'm going to put that work in on that thistle. We're going to get that thing out there, man, so that people can hear it. You know what I mean? And then not only that, but bring them into these conversations, and it's not always me bringing something to the table. It's you guys who bring these issues and for the most part, topics and concerns, interest to this get down, man, especially when they concern us. That's what we need to be on. That's what we need to get to. We need to be more about that than anything else. Ourselves and us. I am a part of you. You know what I mean? So again, I appreciate you, Dana, up in this get down, man. Yeah. Lisa Moore said, King Alonzo, good to see you, bro. Hope all is well with you and the family. Black, B1, black first, no doubt. Yeah. Well, Alonzo done said something funny because Lisa got the LOL jumping off. All right, Alonzo say Lisa got me out here looking for her. Just kidding. Okay, there you go. Yeah, man. So look, I was doing some shit today, man, some content, right? And what I noticed about the content that I was doing, it concerned the people. And I like I said, truth to power, man. When words come out of my mouth, I need to be as truthful as I am humanly possible. It's as humanly possible as I could be. One of the issues of content I was doing was the question is being asked, and I'm doing this content asking, are we ready? Are we prepared for the worst? Are we prepared for what's coming down the pipes? Can we handle anything that comes at us at this point in time? Let's be honest. I would like to think some of us, yeah, but let's be realistic. The majority of us probably not, right? And so again, my mind, when the song came, that's what my mind was. That was content I was doing last when I got the song, and it all, gelled and got me to thinking about us, the people, our love and respect for one another, our unity and everything. And then I got to think, man, hey man, because shit is really as bad as they don't want us to know it is. You know what I mean? That's how bad it is in the world. These people are pushing for something to take place that would be catastrophic in that if things escalated, right? Those things that are taking place all over the world, that would affect us. It would affect us. It would impact us immediately. And, in this respect, we're talking about how we get from day to day, right? work, fuel to get to work, family, food, clothes, shelter, do those things. All that will be impacted. And my thought was, damn, are the people ready if shit went bad? Because we know there are some of us in this get down the RGC who are prepared, right? But does that go for everybody? And then if so, if not, or if so, what about those who are not a part of this get down, who haven't tapped in yet or gotten an understanding of how serious or dire this shit is? I'm like, damn, man, our people will be in a hell of a lot of trouble. A hell of a lot of trouble. We already know, or we should know, that we living in food deserts or water deserts, financial debt, you name it, man. We are in barren land. There's really not a lot we can do for ourselves because we have become so dependent on others. That's some serious shit, man. That could be catastrophic for us. That could break us, actually. That could do more damage and harm to us than we want or we were willing to acknowledge. So how do we beat this? How do we get ahead of the curve? You know what I mean? That was my thought today. And I'm telling you, man, it is possible. It's more than possible to do it. Brother Fat Rat, he's always talking about food, growing your own food, being responsible for, your nourishment and things of that nature. We talk about it on this channel quite often enough. I was telling the wife just yesterday, so we got this setup we're about to enact or put into motion where, hey, man, our whole fucking yard is going to be a garden. You understand? And not only that, with that, I'm bringing into play how to create our own electricity if need be, how to create our water out of nothing, the atmosphere, if need be, again, are we prepared? Are we prepared, man? Damn the worst, because even when it get to that point, a lot of us who are prepared won't be able to deal with that, for any long stretch or period of time. But are we even prepared for the first stages of something going wrong where we have nothing? We can't feed ourselves. We can't provide water, nourishment, shelter, whatever the case may be. Are we prepared? That's been my thought all day, man. We're in a situation, like I said, where the powers that be has it to where we are not focused, man. We are distracted so badly in such a way that we stuck on BS rather than being focused on what matters in terms of our survival. You know what I mean? The shit we own has nothing to do with our survival. For real, man, just think about it. Nothing. That which we should be on, we avoid, we neglect, and that's not a good look. So I thought to myself, okay, man, how will we overcome an issue? Let's say just an issue where grocery stores closed, water was cut off, or it was more diluted, or there was more chlorine or fluoride put in it where it made it undrinkable. Man, damn, how would our people survive? And I got to going through shit in my head, but I had been going through this shit for a long period of time anyway. In terms of our family being able to sustain and survive if something went wrong in this country. We have to acknowledge shit is already wrong in this country. Everything we see happening points to shit being wrong in this country. Our young brothers are being unalived and people are getting away with it. You know what I mean? We control, own, run, produce, manufacture nothing. That's bad. You know what I mean? Again, grocery stores we don't own, gas stations we don't have access to that are ours, water supply, shit like that. How can we improve our situation? How can we improve our situation? So I was putting together in my mind this shit I'm going to write down. I want to present it in terms of how we can sustain ourselves. We provide our own food. It's a matter of just getting some seeds and some dirt in a pot, a bowl, or whatever, and planting that shit. You can develop water. You can have water come out of nowhere, man, if you do it right. You can have electricity using magnets, not a plug in the wall, man. You ain't got to use the power lines. You can light your whole house with magnets. You know, so I'm gonna put this shit together because I think it's necessary. I think that we need to be in that position. I want to be able to put something or give something to the people that could very well help them if shit goes south. You know what I mean? It's already there, but you know, if it gets worse than what it is, and by all indications, it's about to get worse, people. It's going to get a lot worse. Gas prices are about to go back up. Food prices are going to go back up because of that. Rent is going up. Mortgage will be going up, man. The debt of this country is astronomical. You know, it is shit that is happening, and we, the melanated people, we're missing the mark. We're supposed to be prepared for this shit. It's not too late, but all this is occurring for us to get in the driver's seat. And I think that that is the issue. A lot of us might be in fear of that. That's a lot of responsibility. You know, yeah, it's a lot of responsibility. But for the most part, a lot of us have been responsible. Even when we've been irresponsible, somewhere in that mix, that mess up or that messy shit, there was a little bit of responsibility. And we knew if we made it out of a situation, damn, how did I do that? And we think about, oh, okay. So being responsible is something that's not new to us. You know, being resilient is not something that's new to us. We understand resilience. We know how to combat or fight through all that shit that's put in front of us to stagnate us or to beat us down, to tear us down or make us fold. We know this shit. We have to be on top of it, though. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, man. I think that matters, you know? I think that matters. All right, so everybody said it was a fire song, man. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Yeah. Lisa Morse, I love it under the groove. Appreciate it, sister. Appreciate it. All right. Queen Nzinga says fire. All right, everybody on board. There you go. Shit. You know, the people have spoken. What the hell you talking about, Lonzo? Got you blushing. Come on now. Lonzo said, Bub, don't read everything. Yeah, you caught me with that. I'm like, wait a minute, should I say that? Yeah, bro. Well, here's some advice. Don't put everything in the comments, man, because I might every now and then might want to read some shit and be like, hey, get a load of this, you know. But I got you, bro. I hear you, bro. All right, Henry, what it do, loved one? He said, Brother Bub, good to see you live, fam. One love and much respect to the chat. And again, here's an example of what we're talking about. It's always love first, then respect. I think that's for a reason. That is said like that, is spoken like that, and in most cases is lived like that because that's the way it's set up. Good to see you up in here, Henry. Good to see you. You come a little late. I don't know if you got to borrow the new intro, outro. What's under your groove is the name of it, man. You let me know if you got it, but I'm pretty sure you guys know at the end of this get, I'm going to play it one more time. So if you missed it, you will hear it again. Trust and know that. All right. Lonzo, I'm still laughing, man. Don't put everything in the comments, bro. You know, I got you though, bro. Lisa Moore said, King, Pope Mitchell, good to see you, my brother. I hope all is well with you and the family. Blessings to you. Be one black first. All right, Lonzo. All right, I ain't gonna read that. All right, leave that alone. That right, say, man, love is a much longer road to travel than respect, bro. Not love as a trivial emotion or an infatuation, but love is settled on the highest part of life. Some say God is love. Listen, man, and that's what all right, there you go, Fab. That's what I appreciate about you, bro. I could comprehend something, know something, but I could be remiss, you know what I mean, and not say, you know, what that is or say it to that point, you know, or that in, you know, in such a way that it would impact what's being said. You have a knack of doing that, and that's why I appreciate you as being a part of this get down, bro. And this is something most embrace. God is love first. Not God is respect, but God is love. And man, that's some powerful shit. In fact, it's heavy. And I get what you're saying. It's heavy, you know. And our love, hey, yeah, in some respects, it should be regulated, especially when we're dispensing it, you know, because I don't think that everyone deserves a love that's pure, a love that's righteous. Everybody shouldn't get that, man. They don't deserve it, you know, especially when those individuals don't have it within themselves to give to themselves. So, hey, man, and again, I appreciate how you come in, man, and you drop them gems and you do the damn thing. Most of us can relate to that saying, God is love, you know what I mean? And that's deep. That's deep. You got to understand, you know, how deep that is. Appreciate you, Fat Rat. Lonzo said, man, we was made in truth and love. Tell the truth, y'all. I ran across something today, man. So I'm getting to this point where I'm starting to not just comprehend some things, but accept some things as truth. All right. Now, I would sit down with my wife, man, over the years, and we would have discussions about this chattel slavery thing, all this stuff, right? And I remember one of the things I'm still stuck on it to this day. Like all that shit went down. You know, the Western world enslaved the people, the melanated people, and I recall saying to her, however, there's not one slave ship in existence. Now, these are people who have a knack for appropriating other people's artifacts, you know, their own, you know, mothballing shit, you know what I mean? But not a slave ship. I think there might even be a pirate ship, you know, that's still in existence, but not a slave ship. So anyway, I'm saying that to say, I was saying this to my wife to say, hey, man, I have doubts. And only because I don't understand the true history of what took place, what's real, what's the truth, you know? The more I get into this thing, man, about who we are, where we come from, our purpose, shit like that, you know, our identity, our dignity, all this shit. I'm the more I get in that, the more I'm learning, you know, the more I'm coming to the acceptance of, oh, we're way more than slaves, you know what I mean? We're people with a history that is almost as old as time, you know what I mean, where we're second, you know what I mean? So oh man, I got a hold of something today. In fact, someone sent this to me in my feed, and the shit was fire. I will play it tomorrow. I'm just mentioning it now, you know, kind of pique you guys' interest. Tomorrow I'm gonna play the thing. It's about 3 minutes long, and it is impactful. I think it's informative as much as it is educational. We need to see this thing, man. Tomorrow I'm gonna play it. I have a cue now. I don't want to do it now. I like to do it tomorrow if that's okay. And it speaks to who we are in terms of where we come from, where we've been. You know what I mean? You know, it says, hey man, don't listen to what's been told to us. You know what I mean? Because fact of the matter is, most of our history have been, one, kept from us, or two, erased. You know, and damn, I just found it so much validity. I found so much validity in what I saw today that it because it was backed by document. All right, not just word of mouth. You know, it was backed by receipts. I said, oh, shit. Now let me go look this shit up. You know, and that's what I'm on now. So I want to share this tomorrow, man, and it has a lot to do with who we are. A lot of our people say all the time, hey, man, we was here first. And I mean North America. All right. And, you know, for whatever reason, I didn't doubt it, but I did not. Also, I didn't embrace it, you know, because like I said, I'm the kind of guy I need to not just hear shit so I can, you know, work through it, you know, discern what's being said, you know, but also study it, research it. And I've been doing that quite as kept for the last, you know, year or two, you know. But this today I saw was impactful. Anyway, that being said, yeah, man. Oh, we some bad mamma jammas, man. And people want to emulate us. They want to be us in the worst way. In the worst way. You know, it's so undignified, man, what people would do to try to play like they're someone other than who they are, you know. And it's so bad, it's so prevalent out there in society today that we are even at that stage or point where in our own lives we tend to want to act the same way. You know, we want to pretend or act like we're someone or something we really aren't, you know. And that does the creator, whoever that may be, whatever that may be, an injustice, a disservice. So, no, enough said. Let me move on, man. Yeah. Alonzo, like you said, man, we was made in truth and love. Lisa Moore says, sure, brother Alonzo. Okay, boom, boom. Let me move on. Alonzo said, man, I'm ready to tell my life story, man. One time only. All right, you already said that to me. So we could, hey, you know, I need to know, you know, man, you make it sound very interesting. I want to hear it. Shit. I like to hear it. Fat Rat said, man, no man rises above the condition of his people, bro. No man rises above the condition of his people. We got a whole lot of people need to hear that, right? For real. For real. Because in their minds, they've risen above us, not understanding that they come from us. So, you know, even though they may be here we are. We haven't elevated with them or him or her, you know, so whatever makes him or her think in their mind that they've ascended and the people follow is, you know, misconception. It's wrong. It's wrong. No man rises above the condition of his people. I love that. Thank you, Big Bub. Thank you right back, man, to each and every one of you. You especially, Fat Rat. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, bro. You don't know. Lisa Moore said, man, I'm here to listen, you know. And, you know, come on now, don't do that. Don't do that. You know, we like to know that you're here not just listening, but also teaching, instructing, educating, you know, helping to inform the people. You know, our responsibilities, man, I mean, it's a whole lot. Let's be honest. You know, and you know, let's be honest, for the most part, and I'm not saying you specifically, Queen, a lot of us don't want that because our plates are full. You know, we see that as, damn, that's a lot. It's piled high. I don't know if I can eat all this, you know, but whether it's this platform, this channel, podcast or not, and we've said this before on Under the Groove, our thing is to do more than just listen. It's to educate. I think part of our existence, part of our purpose is that, you know, to educate, to inform, you know, to enlighten. I think that's the beauty of us as a people. You know what I mean? I think that's what has kept us going for so long. You know, that is built into our resilience. The fact that we don't just listen, you know, we teach, we educate, we inspire, we motivate, we do that shit that matter to the people, you know, because we know, we realize it propels the people. You know, we're imparting something to the people that's necessary. That's necessary for them, you know, to be able to carry the weight and or burden of us, you know, of this experience. So, hey, you're more than in this space than just listen, sister. You got to know that. Got to know that. And I'm an advocate of our queens, our sisters. I'm more of an advocate of you goddesses first than I am of myself, of my gender. You know what I mean? I you know, my soul tell me what I know. You know what I mean? I know what I know because, it's coming from within. You know what I mean? It's coming from within. So, hey, be all that you can be. Don't subject yourself to just, hey, hey, wear many hats. Wear many hats, man. I think that's our obligation. That's what, we're here to do. Wear many hats. We have so many purposes in this life before it's all said and done. So just know that, sister. Lonzo say, Lisa Bub got my number. Okay, got you. Well, I don't think I got the sister's number. I don't think I got the sister's number. So you guys got the email address, right? Queen, you got the email address, put it in the email, and then I'll forward it to him. All right. I'll forward it straight to him. Listen and learn. We all do. I think that's our, that's part of our objective, part of our reason for being, part of our purpose is to listen and learn first. Absolutely. And after so much listening, learning, growing, maturing comes wisdom. And wisdom is something that we don't just, we don't monopolize it. We don't keep it to self. We gather wisdom actually, not just to make our role, a lot more calm or peaceful, wisely live, but to pass it on. We pass wisdom on. You know what I mean? That's what I think makes us who we are. It's because of the wisdom of our ancestors that we gotten this damn far. That's part of that resilience. That is what makes up part of that resilient fiber or factor that makes us who we are. That separates us from everybody else. So hey, it's a whole lot to this shit, man. No doubt. So yeah. Lisa says, man, no bullshit. We all have a story. And I thank the Most High every day. There you go. Farrah said, man, Big Bub, not to retrogress, but I grew a lot in my early stages, in part under the groove. And I meant that universally. Let me read that again. Big Bub, not to retrogress, but I grew a lot in my early stages, in part under the groove. And I meant that universally. Well, what's the word? And I tend to be just kind of, and it's not a facade of faith, being modest, but I don't know what to say to that. Because I've always seen you in this light since I've met you and how you've presented yourself, as this type of brother who had, again, a certain love and then respect for himself. And that's what you projected, a brother who had already, been through, the cycle, the experiences, the life, what I mean? That's how I view you. I go for, the majority of you guys, all of you. And that's just, paying homage, that is respect. Yeah, no doubt about that. But again, if the fact that I noticed that you had a certain love and respect for yourself, that I last on saying, Fat Rat, yeah, brother, very informed, educated, and wise, And I used to think, oh man, Fat Rat gonna class, because this brother know what he know. And I tend to think I know what I know. I don't know half of what, I should know, what I mean? But I fell back and I started listening more. I said, no, this brother he's into what he's into. And I don't think that you're into it to be confrontational. I don't think so. Not now, and especially not now, So there's a certain love and respect that has developed because of how you carry yourself and what you say, and I think that you're an example, especially on this get out, a lot of brothers, and I'm not going to involve sisters in that equation because I think sisters, it should be a different development, you know, but that doesn't mean we can't impart, you know, information and knowledge to one another. But as far as brothers go, man, I'm like, damn, okay, a lot of wisdom. And I recall saying something to you maybe a month or 2 months ago, 3 months ago, even maybe 4. Like, hey, bro, speak your piece, you know, get in there, da, da, da. Because I recognized then, I said, this brother is laced. You know, he's laced, well informed, you know, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that in my brothers and my sisters, because for me, it's a learning. I'm going to get something beneficial from it. And this is why I you know, I say what I say, bro. You know, like I said, I was impressed, you know, in terms of you know, how informed you are and educated and wise in terms of your experiences, just your life in general, man, to the point where, okay, yeah, it's love and respect for this brother. And that goes for the majority of you. You also, Alonzo. So don't get all, you know, don't have no fits, man. You too, bro. Appreciate you though, Fat Rat, more than you know, like I said. I appreciate you saying that, Alonzo, as well, bro. And same goes to you. I got everything you sent me, Lonzo, and I do check it out. All right. I do check it out. You know, I'm not as closed-minded as I come off, you know, as I, portray myself to be when it comes to certain things. I'm not. Really, I'm not. Like I said, I love words. I love reading. I love hearing, checking out shit, you know. So yeah, bro. The same goes for you. And I see you up in here, Raymond Scholes. Same goes for you. You know, love my brothers, man. Love my brothers, man. Raymond Scholes said, man, tapping in, bud. Peace and blessings to you and your family. Greetings to the Royal Group congregation. And I'd like to extend that right back. May you and yours be, man, in the best of health and care, bro. All right. Peace and prosperity, bro. Good to see you here. I noticed you did call the other day, and trust and know I was busy. I'm going through my thing. I told my wife last night, so shit. Roscoe called me. Yeah. Been busy, you know, busy to the point where nothing to worry about on this end. We're straight. You know, we trust in the ancestors. We trust in the power and the energy. You know what I mean? It's one thing about my wife and I. We have a relationship that has been built on years, decades, man, of love, trust, you know what I mean, respect, disappointment, you know, on my part, you know, things of that nature. You know, we have a bond and a friendship, man, that goes beyond the love, but love also that goes beyond the bond and the friendship. And I'm saying that to say, man, we talk about everything. We discuss what we need to discuss, especially when it's pertinent and it matters in our lives. We don't worry about much. We think, we trust in our core that our ancestors got our backs. Bullshit you not, man. No fluff. You know, from her mother to grandmother and others in her family, from my mother, my people who are no longer with us, but they still speak to us. And we trust in what they tell us, how they convey messages to us. This is how we are in this get out, man. You know, and we're like anybody else. Hey, man, life is happening, but not for the love that's, you know, that the ancestors impart to us and how they come to us and speak to us and show us shit. You know, tell it, man. Ain't no telling where, you know, we might be too crazy as black people, but, you know, based upon what we know to be this connection we have with ours, man, we're all right. And they telling us that. They tell us that every day. You two are all right, you know. So, yeah, man, there that is. All right. There that is. Anyway, you know, so yeah, man. Peace and prosperity to you, Raymond Skull, man. You know what I mean? We're all right on this end, and may yours be well as well. All right. That's it. That's all, man. Good to see you up in here. And I do plan, I'll give you a holler, man. I'll give you a holler. Expect that call from me. All right. All right, Frank Nitty, what it do? Salute right back, bro. Good to see you up in this thing, man. You starting to be a mainstay, man. Every time I look up, man, it's up and cracking. It's going that day you are. Good luck, bro. Appreciate your presence. Trust. Appreciate your presence. I don't know, Frank Nitty and Roscoe, if y'all heard the new intro. Shit fire, man. But don't worry. At the end of the get out, I'm gonna play it again. In fact, I don't know if I was saying this earlier about the intro. Our brother, my brother, man, Lamont, who took care of this thing for us. I said to him earlier today, I said, man, this thing is beautiful. You did great work with this. I said, now understanding how we get down Under the Groove podcast has always been inclusive, not exclusive, in spite of what a lot of loved ones thought it would be. It's not that. So I'm saying that to say, I was saying to Lamont, I said, brother, we got to find a way to bring in on this get down all our brothers, all segments of the communities. You know what I mean? Be they Crip, Blood, neighborhood. We don't Pyru. We are all in this together. I said, man, and I understand his intention. It had nothing to do. Intention didn't even play in it. Intention did not play in it. It was not something he did intentionally to leave out, because he is on the same wavelength as I am in terms of how we see our brothers. We have a lot of our brothers say, hey, man, all right, man, fuck it. We can have this ceasefire, this peace treaty. You don't fuck with me, I won't fuck with you. I'm gonna go over there and do my thing. You go and do your thing. We ain't got to do this, that, the other together. And my thought has been in terms of that, in regards to that, that's still decisive. That's still division, and just so happened we got to talking, and damn, that's the way he see it also. He's part of the community. So let's get that straight. Come from the same community as I. But his mindset is like, hey, man, that's not good. That's not good. We have to embrace all our brothers, no matter what community they hail from, what tribe. I think that's imperative, man. So I was talking to him. I said, man, I need you to find a way to make that all inclusive, because we need our brothers not to feel no kind of way because they hear the word groove and know that, hey, man, that word is older than Hoover Crips. That word is older than Hoover Groovers. You know what I mean? That word go back to our people, man. And, in the times of the Renaissance, beatniks and all that shit. You know what I mean? So that word has meaning. It actually has a meaning. And if you ask me, it has a spiritual attachment. That's just me. If someone could say something in terms of say, no, not really, please let me know. But I'm saying that to say, let the brothers know, no matter what tribe or community they come from, that this is all inclusive, man. And we need to embrace our brothers, man. We need to let them know that they are important, that they are, they're worthy, they're needed. We don't want no one to feel no kind of way about what this channel, this platform is about. Don't want you to second guess yourselves, man. No, coming into this, man, yet you are a part of this, and we would love to be a part of you. Period, point blank. All right. So he's gonna work on that. So it might change in a day or two. Who knows? We'll see. Because to me, he's a genius to put all this together. Anyway, well, when he's done, because he told me he's gonna get on it. When he's done, you guys will know soon as I know. And like I say, man, I think the purpose should be, it should be all inclusive. It should be this thing where we embrace one another. Period, point blank. All right, boom. Let me move on. Shit. Yeah, man. Good to see you though, Raymond. Young Roscoe, you say tapping in, bud. Peace and blessings to you and your family. Greetings to the Royal Group congregation. And again, we send that right back to you. Peace and prosperity to you and your family, bro. To the Rays, man, from Pasadena, Inglewood to LA. All love and respect. All right. Know that. All right. All right, Frank Nitty. You say salute. Lua. Okay, Alonzo said, man, yes, all praises to the Most High. Yahuwah or Alua. I hope I said that right, Alonzo. All right, Raymond Scott said, man, peace. It's reciprocated to you, Alonzo, my brother. All right. Vernalquinine. I hope I say that right. Vernalquinine. Vernalquinine. All right. What's good, OG? And man, you can greet me just simple as, hey, what's good, bub? You know, hey man, everything is everything, man. Good to see you back. I think it's been a couple of weeks, man, but hey, never mind, man. You know, here you are, you know, or there you are. And that's a good look, man. In this space and time, man, it was meant for you to be a part of this Get Out today, this Tuesday, 15th or the 14th of July, man. All love, respect, bro. Good to have you here, man. What's on your mind? How you do? How you been doing? You know, what does it look like from your perspective? And again, for you brothers that's coming in, you ain't heard the new intro. You will hear it when this thing is said and done. We're gonna bump that thing again, man. I almost want to do it now, but yeah. A little too much. I don't, hey, don't want to overkill, you know. Don't want to, do too much. Allows us to say, bring it. You deleted that. I don't know. Okay. Bernal says, man, follow the power, the momentum. That's all we got. That's it, man. We are in this moment. I was saying it a minute ago, man, there's a shift occurring. Most of us realize this. But imagine if more of us realize this, the momentum of the shift and how it would set us on this chessboard in such a way that we can't lose. We wouldn't lose the game. You know what I mean? There's a movement taking place, man. The pieces are moving. They are aligning. We got to see that shit. We got to see it, man, before anybody else. And then even if we're second, we're coming behind people who already see what's happening. They're doing their damnedest to stop us from reaching our goal, from winning. You know, so what? That should not preclude us or stop us from pushing forward. We got to keep this movement going, man. I'm telling you, it's very imperative that we do. If we can't lose momentum. We can't lose momentum. Again, we should be pivoting from one thing to another, but not in the sense or the respect where we got so much on our plate, we just all over the damn place. No, this thing started as a result of what we see taking effect in society in the negative towards us, our people. I think this is what spurred this on, and this is what's been going on. It didn't happen with Rick Child. It started before Rick Child. It started before Dun Sue, whatever that lady's name who killed Latasha. It started, man. Hey, man, this shit been in effect. It's just built up to the point now to where we have to take this thing. We take the reins in our hands and ride this thing in the dirt. Let's do away with it, man, so that we can rise up, ground up, and do what the hell we supposed to do. Everything else, man, is superfluous. It's bullshit. It's frivolous. We're not focusing on that. We have to focus on us, man, to get to where we need to be. All right? Elevate this shit. Elevate this shit. Find the power. Follow the power, the momentum. And that's all we got. All right? And that would be us. We all we got, man. You know, that's it. That's all. Yep, we growing us a little garden. Yeah, you should, bro. Fat Rat say, yes, grow it and you won't owe it. You know, just imagine though. And then when you go about it the right way, you're growing something that's natural. You're not growing something that's modified, you know, that's genetically changed or altered. You know what I mean? Especially when you go get the right seeds, and they still exist where you can go get these Harlem seeds or heirloom, heirloom seeds that are the correct get out. You know what I mean? They haven't been modified, touched, or changed, altered in any respect. So when you grow your vegetables or you grow your fruits or whatever, there are going to be seeds present, and that's what you want. That's what we want. I noticed I was talking to my wife just the other day. We are standing out on our patio. It was hot as hell, and it was funny shit. I said, this is July, right? One day it's cool, cloudy. I mean, cloudy all the way to the end of the day. Next day it's hot, sky is clear, but it's windy, but not as hot. It's like the elements, something going on. Anyway, that particular day, we looked up and we saw the chemtrails, but there were clouds in the sky, right? The chemtrails were below the clouds. And as the chemtrail flowed underneath the clouds that were the natural clouds in the sky, there was this illumination. There was a chemtrail, and then like this illumination, you know, enveloping the chemtrail, the chemtrail, excuse me. And BS you not, we felt sprinkles, like droplets. And I say, hey, come on out and get onto the patio, you know, and I'm not like, God dang, man, these people are actually doing this shit. And I thought about it. So in our community, there are nothing but natural fruit trees everywhere on every yard. In our community has, you name the fruit, it's here. And I'm saying to her, they're trying to kill the natural process of nature. They're trying to kill the trees. You know, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, man, you name it. Dates, bananas, plums, pears, apples, oranges, tangerines, loquats, pomegranates, grapes, you name it. Oranges, name it. Lemons, they're here. These people are spraying. I think they're trying to, our tree, and in my opinion, was one of the healthiest trees in our community. I'm looking at the tops of my leaves and they're starting to wither. They're green, they're super green, they're new. Our tree is a perennial. It all year long produces fruit. All right, all year long, oranges. The leaves on our trees are starting to wrinkle and curl up. Fresh sprouts, these leaves. And I'm like, what the hell? What the, you know? And not only that, but I see like our tree never did this. I see these insects. I mean, man, our tree never did this. And I'm associating this shit, man, with that shit because I think that's what's happening. You know, something is in effect. But hey, man, if you can produce your own, by all means, do that. I was telling my wife also, when we do this, we're gonna have these nets over the top of our shit. So when because we are seeing a lot of chemtrails in our community. So when that happens, I want our shit covered. And these nets, I want to find the right type of net, some micro net where it catches moisture. It doesn't penetrate, you know what I mean, to poison or do damage to our shit, man. That's where I'm at with it. That's where I'm at with it. We sat up, we laid out, we discussed amongst each other how we're going to have, you know, our vegetables and fruits growing, you know what I mean? And we're going to, hey, man, we're going to do what the hell we got to do because we think it's imperative, it's necessary. But yeah, that being said, man, you know, have your garden, grow your shit, y'all. Fat Rat said, man, yes, grow it and you won't owe it. Grow it and you won't owe it. All right. And Alonzo repeated that, grow it and you won't owe it. All right. Raymond Skull said, man, we should begin getting inverted boxes, high voltage car batteries. There you go. That's free electricity. The Amish people does this. They feel paying for electricity is a scam. It is. But look, that's not the only thing. We talked about this some months ago, right, Roscoe? Where I said, hey, man, they have us paying to live. The creator, whoever that might be, whatever that might be, that's not in the design. I'm pretty sure. So I'm also then sure the fact that there's some evil at work here. We're not supposed to pay for water. We're not supposed to pay for food that actually will grow in abundance. All we have to do is nurture it, take care of it. The damn land will feed every one of it. And I don't care if it's over 7 billion people. Trust and know that the world will provide. You know what I mean? That's how I see this shit. But we're in a situation where we've been, evil is at work, man. I have no other way to describe this other than how I just said it. Evil is at work. We pay for water. They've poisoned the water with fluoride and chlorine. This is done purposely so that we don't drink it. so that we begin to pay for it. This started, I remember when this happened, my grandmother used to buy sparkless water. I remember a time she never bought sparkless water, and I asked her, why did you bring, and I think I was about 9 or 10. She said, because it's fresh. What the hell you mean? We got water outside. We drinking water out the faucet, the water hose. You know what I mean? Now, lo and behold, they then poisoned the water source, and they done it for a reason. They done it so that this becomes a commodity, this natural thing, this thing that's in abundance, so that we pay for it. Same is done with food. Same is done with shelter. Same is done with everything, We are paying to live. Something's wrong with that, man. I think that's evil, and I don't mean evil like devil evil and God, it's not right. You know what I mean? That lets me know that there is something in effect, something taking place by people who have those who do this type of shit, man, have only one thing in mind. That is greed and control and greed. That's it. And I think on the face of that, that's evil. Something's wrong with that, So yeah, we're paying to live, and it shouldn't be that way. We shouldn't have to pay for water, you guys. We shouldn't have to pay for fruit, vegetables, you know what I mean? And that would also include animals. But if you look at how shit is rigged and set up, the government has got to where, you can't, some people can't even produce their own water, can't even collect water, rainwater. It's against the law. How the hell did that happen? Some people can't even raise certain cattle, certain, livestock. How the hell? Why not? They're spraying, they're doing their chemtrails everywhere. And I think this is, it is done to kill off, certain fruit trees and vegetables that are growing naturally in people's yards. That's what I think. And it's done because, or so that we pay to live. They want to take the ability for each and every one of us to provide for ourselves. They need us dependent. This is how they keep control, and this is how they keep power. This is how they keep wealth. They're greedy like that. And I'm telling you, something's wrong with it, And I know I'm not the only one to think like this, right? Can't be. There's so much going on, man. It's scary. It's scary. So going back to what we started talking about, how this conversation started, it didn't actually start with the new theme song. It started with asking, are we prepared? Are we ready for the worst? We need to get to that understanding. Each and every one of us, family, in terms of family, we have to know, are we prepared? Are we ready for the worst should that occur? Most of us live in food deserts. Most of us live in water deserts. Again, economic deserts, educational, you name it. We exist in deserts where we're dependent on everything. We have to change this. That's all I'm saying. We have to change this, because I'm telling you what you already know. If we don't, no one else will. They'll continue to eat the flesh from our bones. They'll continue to utilize us, use us, manipulate us, exploit us just to satisfy their needs, their wants, their hungers, desires. That's where it is. It's on us. It's incumbent on us to get it together, And we got to start enlightening our brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers, sons and daughters, of what should be expected of them, just in case, that is. And Raymond Scole, Roscoe, I appreciate you saying what you're saying. I was saying, your car batteries or something. Yeah, there are car batteries you can get. Make sure the fuel cells, are alive. They're not dead. And you stack them, you can keep them, man. And that is a source that can provide you, can give you electricity. Magnets, also magnets. Not just car batteries, but all kind of batteries. Magnets, matches. You want to have that shit, man. You want to have that type of shit. Candles. But in terms of electricity, magnets, some wire, man, a soldering iron, a glue gun or whatever. Hey, man, you have provided electricity for your own home. You could turn off your meter. You not, hey, say, hey, every room that you have a light bulb. It's simple, man. Get you a damn magnets, man, and fashion it to where it looks presentable. You can put it in a box or whatever, and it's gonna do the same thing. The only thing is you're not paying for it. You're not paying for it, you know. And so that's my idea. I've been collecting speakers and shit because I'm gonna do this experiment. I'm excited about it because I've never done it, but I want to do it. I want to do it and see, hey, okay, boom, I know what it is, you know, I know how to do it, you know, and provide electricity in our home. Now, in terms of gas, you know, LNG, you know, liquid gas or whatever, propane, shit like that, that's another thing, you know what I mean? But matches, you know, kindling, you want wood, shit like that, man. Just be ready. Be as ready as you can possibly be. Don't wait for something to go horribly wrong in this world before you realize, like, damn, I could have done this, or I should have done this, or I wish I had that, you know? Don't wait for that, you know? And I get, my wife and I, we talk about this all the time, you know? And brother-in-law, you know, me and Drew talk about this shit too. So, you know, this is something we work on. And again, our family, man, we're pretty sure that we're protected by our ancestors. Our ancestor spirits, they look after us. And so we're all right. All right. Let me move on. All right, man. Yeah, that was a good idea, though, by Roscoe, man, to drop that bit of information right there. Food, water, and electricity, man. Electricity is simpler than we've been led to believe. You know what I mean? It's way simpler. Chris say, Bub, if you notice, most of the new supermarkets are being built like Fort Knox. Oh, yeah, security. They're not going to let you steal nothing no more. You know, they got all kind of lines of defense. They, you know, monitors and shit, you know, people protecting the big corporations' profit, you know. Yeah, they're built like that, you know. They're built like that. Hard, you know, you get in, and as soon as you get in, everything behind you locks. You know, before you get out, you got to show that you done paid for this shit, you know. Yeah, that, you know, that's what it is, bro. Lonzo said, man, what will everyone do when you can't use a cell phone? So get you long range walkie talkies. We have them here. They produce and build those type of walkie talkies that can give you 100-mile radius, 50 to 100 miles. You know, how your family set up. If you're in that type of distance, or you're that far apart from one another, it's okay. You can have a set of walkie-talkies there. You have a set of walkie-talkies where you are, and you are able to communicate that way. You know, and again, we have them. You know, we have them. You know, in fact, we want some even better ones, and I'm sure that that's something we're gonna achieve as well. But yeah, man, be ready, man. The cell phone, and we're being set up. See, all it would take is an EMP, electromagnetic pulse, knock the cell phones off, offline. You're not, in any cars, anything that's ran the way they're ran, EMP, it shut everything down. Now walkie-talkies, they're different because they run on, I think, radio waves or something of that of nature. I don't know. I don't think that they're affected by an EMP. I'm gonna have to double check that. If anybody know that, let me know who. But I'm gonna double check that. Walkie-talkies is a different frequency, a different wavelength, I think. But we have them, and I suggest that, man, it'd be wise for black families to have walkie-talkies. We went on a cruise and we noticed that most black people had walkie-talkies. You know what I mean? Throughout the cruise ship, we say, hey, that's a good idea, So they could be on the top deck, 14th floor, and somebody could be at the bottom of the deck, then in the hole of the ship, and say, hey, I'm down here, man, with the workers, come on down, then give you a tour of, the engine room or something, But we found that very, very, very not ingenious per se, but we found that, be a wise move to have walkie-talkies. But we had ours way before that. But anyway, yeah. Fat Rat said, man, we call it our survival kit. What's in our survival kit? To-go bags. That's a backpack with certain necessities already in it, and everyone in the home has one by the door. Yeah, the truth to power. Truth to power. You also say, Fat Rat, man, I keep 150 gallons of filtered water in my basement. Enough small white navy beans to feed a 6-member family every day for a year. That type of preparation is needed in our households, you know, that type of preparation. We have the emergency kits, you know, we have 2 here at home, one in each of our vehicles, you know, shit like that, you know, with all those things that you would need in case of an emergency, wilderness, you know. The water thing is something I'm working on because I think it's imperative. I think that's necessary. I recall, man, we were somewhere. I saw this big ass water container, and I knew what it was. Thing was huge. It could have been every bit of. It could have been 100 gallons, 150 gallons. And I don't know. I convinced myself it was no good because someone had set it out. And my mind said, that's no good. Someone set it out and it's still sitting there. No one picked it up. You know what I mean? But thinking back on it now, I should have at least inspected it. But what you're saying in terms of water conservation or water storage of Fat Rat, that's a good look, bro. And trust and know I'm on that. You know, that's something we got to have as well. Yeah, we're paying to live, y'all. And the reality is we can provide all these things without paying a dime to those who want us to pay for everything. Now, what's happening, and we had this conversation as well, we'll be paying for air. In fact, we already are. You know, we already pay for air or a certain air quality. Trust and know. Trust and know that. Crazy work, y'all. Crazy damn work. Crazy work. All right, Frederick Hasby, what it do, loved one? I see you up in here. Better late than never. Always, man. Always. All right. Peace, prosperity, you and your fam, bro. Good to see you. Chris said, man, we've never heard the term food banks until lately. Yeah. Lonzo said, man, the survival kit is a must, just like a pistol. All right. Raymond Scott said, Lonzo, for sure, bro. All right, Rob. What it do, loved one? Said, peace to the RGC B1 or Black First. There is no curse. Hold your turf and know your worth. Speak truth to power, bro. What it do, Rob Kufu? Peace, prosperity, you and fam, bro. Michael Sales said, man, I love the original Under the Groove intro, like white folks loved Happy Days intro. But this new intro is fire. Yeah, the first one is, yeah, you know. We've had on Under the Groove in terms of intros, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. That makes 5. The one I played today makes 5. The one before that, Wake Up Black People. The one before that is Building Temples Out of Rubble. That was a nice one. The one before that was from our home queen, Roxy the Duchess, Savvy. That was nice. I loved it. I loved that one. That would have went a lot longer, but I had some issues with it. And the one before that was from Grooveland, our brothers out of New York, who put that together, man. One Nation Under the Groove, and also the Hoover Stump or the Stump, those were, so actually it's been 6. What we're doing now, the ones we have now representing the channel, the platform, I appreciate more so than all the others. I have to admit that, because like I say, for me, it represents, man, inclusiveness. It represents love, and unity to the people, so that's why I have no problems with these new intro and outro theme songs we have. All right. That is. Lisa Moore said, peace and blessings, King Raymond Skull, man. So true. So true. I bought 2 Odyssey batteries and one battery charger. Y'all getting ready, man. You know those saying, everybody. Stay ready. You ain't got to get ready. So let's prepare. Are we prepared for the worst? And this is what we should ask ourselves. Alonzo sent me a laugh my ass off, but you funny. I'm joking. All right, bro. It's all good. It's all good. Rakufu said, word for today is consecrated. All right. Formally and irrevocably dedicated to a particular purpose, duty, principle, or service. It implies a level of commitment that is solemn, intentional, and enduring. All right. Londo say, man, my wife don't think shit funny though. Well, you better quit playing, boy. Quit playing with yourself. Rakufu says she remained consecrated to the pursuit of justice throughout her career. I get what you're saying. All right. Chris said, man, they might start an ageless draft and Bub, you're a prime target and Trump has a letter with your name on it. Hey, I'll go and hide, man. I ain't running to Canada. That's for damn sure. And they be damn good if they can find me. You know what I mean? But I swear to you, I ain't fighting. That would not happen, bro. What draft? What? Yeah, all right. Yeah, all right. Yeah. And speaking of that, and that is a possibility because what we see occurring or what they're pushing for is a World War III. And they're doing that because, look, one, this is how America makes its money. A lot of us don't really know that America manufactures weapons of war, man, like no one else. From the F-35, the F-16s, F-15, tanks, everything. Munitions, everything. No one does it like them. That's one. Number two is they are the pharmaceutical capital of the world. United States deal drugs, not the cartel, not Taliban, not that. Look, man, that's what they do. That is a commodity. That's income. So anybody who think that when the United States say, oh, we got this bus for 150 tons of man, that's all cap. That's actually just a promo. They're about to ship that to wherever the fuck it's supposed to go. That's paid for. Don't destroy no drugs, man. Come on, y'all. For real. But now, reason why I'm saying this in terms of, warmongering and creating, producing, manufacturing weapons of war is, the United States is in debt almost $39 trillion. All right. And guess to who? Yeah. China, Japan, Russia. Hey, now these countries are turning in, these bonds. They're dumping them. That don't bode well for the United States, for this corporation. That could bankrupt this corporation. You know what I mean? So all other societies and empires is what they call them that went out of business, that they just basically went bankrupt. Everybody's going to get a turn. The thing is, will we, the people, as a result of that occurring, be prepared to deal with our own issues? Will we be independent of the fall of this corporation? Or will we allow ourselves to get caught up and fall with this corporation? You know what I mean? That's the thing. But yeah, man, they produce. That's what the the military industrial complex, man. This is the United States, man. Don't nobody do it like them. They make buku money on this shit. Buku money. Yeah, so they need a war. They'll make a killing. Look, man, not only that, but they're going to create more wars. World War III is just a start, So imagine everybody want to buy their hardware, their weapons. So if you can get, Israel start a war with Turkey or Egypt because they want to go and, run roughshod over them, occupy their land, take their shit, if they want hegemony in the area, then Turkey is going to get, okay, we need more jets. We need more tanks, bullets, missiles, Egypt, same way. most of the Middle East buy all of their weapons from the U.S. anyway, any fucking way. You know what I mean? So it behooves the United States government to sell weapons. They make their money and keep the world at war while they back up and isolate and just sell weapons. Let the world destroy itself. You know what I mean? This is some crazy work, man. We'll talk more about that because I did something on that today, some content on that, man. Y'all go check that out, man, on TAP, the Art of Political Discourse. I did, discuss that briefly today. But yeah, man, this is what's happening, man. The shit is going down. The shit is going down. This shit with Iran it ain't gonna get better. It's gonna get worse. Gas is gonna go back up. The crude oil is gonna go back up. Groceries are gonna go back up. Bills are gonna go up. I did a little research today. It's not looking good. In spite of what they're telling us, it's not looking good. So get ready, y'all. Get ready. We should. I wish they would, though, come talking about drafting me. Man, I'm gonna collapse. Like, I got sciatica. I can't even walk. Yeah, I'm gonna do something. But I know for sure it won't be on nobody's front line. I won't be helping them fight nothing for nobody. I just wouldn't. I wouldn't. I suspect you say, okay, what if they say either you go fight or we're going to kill you? Damn. That's a no-win right there. Got to figure out how to overcome that, right? So I imagine I won't be the only one they told that to when it comes to melanated people. You pretty much look at each other, oh, okay, fuck it. Let's get them, Let's get them. Oh, no. Raymond Scott, man, said, Lisa, all right, peace and blessing you, queen. We should begin learning how to live off the land, too. That's also true, bro. No true words have been spoken tonight, everybody. Rakufa said, Bub, they say the boycott is working exceptionally, but the only thing is we need to take over the properties they lose and open black businesses there. Now, that's the thing. So, again, we're in a situation, again, food desert, water desert, financial desert, educational, political desert, property, ownership deserts. We don't own property. We don't own storefronts, warehouses, things of that nature. You know what I mean? That's the problem. But here is, I think, the silver lining in that whole thing. What is it still all about? Money. Money. So even though these companies or these businesses are shutting down and moving out, whoever owns that building, they're not looking for that building to just sit empty. No. I think there's leverage there also. So when they leave, you're now in a position to bargain for a lower rent than previously. You know what I mean? I think that. See, this thing has so many little silver linings in it, man, that we got to really sit back and take into account what we can accomplish as a result of our first move, our first pivot. That's what I think, bro. That's what I think. Because no one in their right mind who has property is going to let that building. And so any blacks want to go and rent a place that's just been vacated by a proprietor or a store owner before them, they need to go in understanding that they have leverage, man. Play ball with them. Play hardball with them. Like, no, I need that to be 500 less. Oh, okay. Well, nice talking to you. Thank you for your time. And we start posting these places. Hey, man, they trying to get, in fact, they might be trying to get 500 more than what the previous, occupant was paying. So we got to be on our game. That's all. That's all. That's all, man. But hey, man, you right in a lot of respects, though, Ra. The boycott is working. The boycott is working. Lisa Moore say, yes, indeed, brother Raymond Skull. I grew up playing peeing in the backyard. I want to do some playing, I guess you saying in the backyard. I want to do some grapes, apples, and some bananas, and some greens. Girl, yeah, that's the way it's supposed to be. I just saw a hack today where they use a banana as a candle, bro. that burn for more than a month. And it provides illumination, a banana that's cut in half. I couldn't believe that shit. I told myself every time, I said, I'm going to buy me a banana and I'm finna see if this shit work. A fucking banana? Come on, y'all. All right, Ross said, man, as well as instead of turning over the black dollar in the community for just 6 hours, we need to turn it over 30 days before putting it in another culture's hand. In fact, we shouldn't even put it in another culture's hand. Again, there are so many pivots. There are so many advantages we have if we would just look at what we need to do, set everything up. Don't put the cart before the horse. You know what I mean? Start aligning what our moves would require, you know what I mean, for us to see, profit and benefit as a result of what we initially started. So yeah, it wouldn't be to go put our dollars. It should not be, the purpose or the goal should not be to let it circulate in our community for a month and then go put it in Chase Bank or Wells Fargo. No. Our brothers and sisters, especially those who are able and have the wherewithal to create banks, should. That money goes into that bank, that black bank, and as long as that black bank follow whatever rules are provided, the FIDC or whatever that is, you know what I mean? And it has an insurance on it like other banks, up to 250,000, depending on the account. Hey, man, by all means, put that money in that black bank, that black credit union. We had this discussion last week about such a thing. We should be mindful of that. Don't go to Bank of America, Navy Federal, Wells Fargo, Chase. Damn them, man. Don't give them nothing. Don't give them nothing. And let's keep in mind, they're trying to also initiate the digital currency thing. They're trying to get money out of circulation. But here's the thing. The more you keep money in circulation, the more their idea of going digital, using our phones and only cards, to where they control your dollars, how much you can deposit, how much you can not how much you can deposit. They want your whole check to go in, but how much you can withdraw. They want to control how you spend your money. The way to beat them is to use more dollars, to circulate more dollars in the system. Now, I did that research, that study today. That's how you beat them. I may drop that as well because I locked it in on my toolbar. That's how you beat them, by putting money in circulation rather than taking it out, so that then we're required to use these cards, these debit cards, these credit cards. When you use cash, you diminish or you weaken that system, that digital system. That's what I learned today. Might have to do some more research on it, but that's what I picked up today. Yeah. All right, everybody, it's that time. And I smell my dinner. I'm hungry. Been out all day in the studio. Got a lot done today, I have to say. And in spite of the fact the loved one sending me this get down, I literally, you guys, truth to power, I sat there stuck for an hour, emotional about this song, about that, what he created. And it got me just thinking about what more not only can I do, but we can do for each other, for the people. How can we bring us together? And I sat there for an hour, man, eyes wide open, just trying to figure it out, What can I come up with? Oh, and speaking of such, this is not the same thing, but in the same vein. I'm gonna have information for you guys tomorrow of an event where we're gonna have in Los Angeles, August the 10th, the day before my birthday, where Under the Groove Podcast will host, along with the tables and mothers of the community. This event is going to be about representing our endeavors or our ideas and solutions towards making sure the youth are okay in our communities. All right. We're looking out for the seeds, and as well, those who want assistance, those who want to do something different and want something better for them lives. This will be August the 10th. I'll post it in the community chat, and as well, I may just give the information tomorrow on screen so you guys can see it, screenshot it or whatever. You know, I'm also looking for brothers who may want to be a part of this get down. As long as you can have a nonprofit, or you can have some type of curriculum that speaks to the empowerment or the education or educating of our young brothers and sisters. All right. If you have an agenda, you have a curriculum, something that would be helpful in the communities, by all means, contact me. Let me know you want to be a part of this thing, and I can RSVP you. And hey, we can make this happen. All right. This is an event that will take place a little less than a month from now, August 10th. I'll give all that for the information needed for you individuals who might want to consider coming and jumping in. I got to contact a few people. got at me. Fred, I got your call. I will contact you soon. To my OG homie, Tim Carterway, man, I'm going to have to tap in with you. Kilowatt from Harlem, I'm going to have to tap in with you, man. You know, a few other heads, man, I'm going to tap in. And let's see if we can get some support for this get down, because like I say, man, it pertains to and it involves or it concerns the youth, our young brothers and sisters. All right. That said, all right, Quentin Dingus said, remember, these people also have a knack for erasing and deleting shit as if it never happened, changing the narrative. It's truth to power. Thank you for that. All right, Conscious Mind, what it do, loved one? He say, it's all love, bro. I appreciate what you do. I hope the people like the song I created. And so you guys know, this is at Conscious Mind 1972. This is one of the loved ones. My brother, love and respect to him, who put not only the one we heard tonight, What's Under Your Groove, but also Wake Up Black People. He did this, man, just out of, you know, his love and respect, not just for me, but for what we're doing, how we come together and what we're representing. This is him right there, you know. That is at Conscious Mind 1972. Love and respect this brother, man. Thanks a lot, bro. You already know. Appreciate you. All right. Appreciate you. Yep. Yeah, man. Give me his props, man. Fat Rat say, man, it's the whole path without exception, right? So me and Kevin Butts, Frost, and Ross building along the path. Many more, but in those moments, what was necessary for going forward was better developed. UTG. All right. And on that note, Fat Rat, man, again, love and respect, bro. That goes to each and every one of you in this get out, man, especially to our queen sisters, our queen mothers, and our goddesses, man. All love and respect to each and every one of you. All right. This is where, man, we sign off right now. We will be tapping in tomorrow. I'll be here, man. Trust and know that I will be here, and hopefully you'll be there, man, as part of this get out. That being said, man, peace and prosperity, each and every one of you. You know how you guys know how we do this, man. It's all about love of self first. I think this is how this shit happens. This is what makes it worth the while. When we love ourselves, there's nothing to interfere with us loving one another. Nothing, you know. You know, they say God is love, man. I think love is king. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, let that happen as it should. All right. When we tend to love ourselves, we love others. When we tend to love ourselves, we also tend to take care of ourselves. That's part of that agreement. That's part of that get out. So when you take care of yourself, man, you'll know how to take care of others, you know, whether they know they need it or not. But that love to take care of self and others is there. It's represented all the time. Love yourself so you can love each other. Take care of yourself so you can take care of one another. And on that note, man, I'm going to drop this thing one more time, y'all. Peace and love to the RGC, man, to each and every one of you who've been coming in, man. Love you guys for that, all right? Appreciate you for it as well. Name will be on the ticker tape sooner than you know. Hey, have the best rest of your day, all right? Take care of yourselves and love yourselves. Continue to do that. With that said, let's drop this thizzle, y'all. All right. As I slide. Hold on. That ain't the one we want. All right. Now, right quick, I'd be remiss not to say this. All right. You are, you have been, and you will be under the groove. Power is in the people. Power is in the people, y'all. Grasp that concept. Understand that. And hey, man, your God inside you will love you more for it. Power is in the people. Take care of yourselves, everyone. Love. All right.
Yeah. Los Angeles. This is bigger than where we come from. This is about where we go from here. For every OG, every big homie, every little homie, every mother, every father, every person searching for purpose. Welcome.
Under the groove.
Under the groove.
Under the groove.
Yeah. West Coast sun shining while the city come alive. Palm trees in the breeze, another day to survive. I seen pain in the streets, I seen dreams in the struggle. Seen people lose hope, then rebuild from the rubble. Every set got a story, every block got a past. Every scar got a lesson if you willing to ask. Little homie on the corner, looking for direction. Searching for respect, searching for acceptance. Big homie put them close.
Closer, listen, young man.
Your life worth more.
More than the weapon in your hand.
Real power ain't fear, real power is control. It's the knowledge in your mind and the strength in your soul.
Put down the guns, pick up the wisdom. Put down the hate, find your vision.
A mind awakening is a force that can't break. Consciousness is the path that we gotta create.
Under the groove, where knowledge becomes wisdom, where struggle becomes strength, where family builds together, and we break those chains. What's under your groove?
Is it love?
Is it purpose?
Is it purpose?
Is it unity?
Is it community?
Wake up, black people. It's time we elevate the future in our hands. We can't afford to wait. Under the groove.
I remember family dinners, everybody at the table. Elders telling stories, teaching lessons when they able. Grandma's voice carry history through the room, showing us the roots before we ever saw the bloom. Now we living in a time where the connection got lost, where we count what we gain but forget what it costs. Everybody got a phone but nobody wanna call. Everybody got a platform but nobody wanna build walls. Not walls that divide us, walls that protect. A foundation of knowledge, a future with respect. We gotta teach the children who they are and where they came from. Show them they're your kings and queens before the world names them. Community is power when the people unite. A family standing together can turn darkness to light.
Under the groove, where knowledge becomes wisdom, where struggle becomes strength, where family builds together, and we break those chains. What's under your groove?
Is it love?
Is it purpose?
Is it purpose?
Is it unity?
Is it community?
Wake up, black people. It's time we elevate the future in our hands. We can't afford to wait. Under the groove.
This ain't about where you started, it's about where you headed. The lessons from the past are the words that protect us. Every OG got a story, every big homie got a duty. Don't just tell the youth what's wrong, show them what's possible truly. Teach ownership, teach discipline, teach knowledge of self. Teach them building the future, it's the ultimate wealth. No more watching our brothers fall victim to the streets. It's time we put the healing back into our communities. From Los Angeles streets to every city across the nation. We need consciousness, unity, and family. Restoration. So when they ask,
What's under your groove?
tell them consciousness,
Knowledge,
wisdom,
unity,
community,
family.
love.
Because when we change our minds,
We change our future.
and that's under the groove.
This message is for all of the OGs and big homies.
It's up to us to teach the youth,
It's up to us.
to pass down the knowledge,
It's up to us.
to show them there's another way.
Not destruction,
but creation.
not division,
But unity,
not anger.
but wisdom. The future is watching what we do today
So reach back, guide the next generation.
and leave something greater behind. Under the groove.
Under the groove.
Man, it said the future is watching what we do today. All right. So, hey, listen, everybody, man. Again, peace, prosperity, love, man, unity. Take care of yourselves and each other. All right. You're under the groove.